What's up guys, Tyler here from SunFrog Shirts, and in this video I want to show you step 2 of my marketing process. So it's actually pretty simple. This is kind of the research step. Now that we have identified our audience, the next thing we need to do is decide on the design to market into that audience. So if you haven't watched the previous video where we go over the audience we're going to be marketing to, definitely check that out because it's going to show you how we arrived at the audience segment that we're going to be looking for a design to go into. So it's very important that step comes before designing or picking a design to market is finding an audience first, because you need to make sure you have a relevant, highly engaging audience to market into, otherwise you're probably dead before you begin. So we have our audience, which is a segment of a Beachbody audience. We're targeting Shakeology specifically, but yeah, more details on that in the previous video. But let's go ahead and jump into this one. So the first thing we need to do is find what people within this actual audience are passionate about. And there's a couple different ways we can do that. I just have 3 real quick ways here, but don't be afraid to really jump in and really research the niche that you want to get into. Now, I'm lucky enough to actually have involved myself in the community and actually went through and did a series of Beachbody workouts, you know, probably 6 months ago or so, and got really involved and invested. I was hopping on coaching calls. I was signed up as a coach for a while, but ultimately life took me in some different directions and I found my calling elsewhere. But great group of people, great program. But while I was in there, because I was so close to the program, because I was engaged in it, I was able to see some, come up with some different sayings and things and some repetitious behavior that I saw to kind of help me land on my decision for the designs that I'm making. But if you're not at that level, I'll show you some research techniques you can use just kind of based on what I did while I was involved with the program. So the first thing that you'll want to do is just very broadly search kind of the core demographic that you're going after. So while I'm targeting Shakeology because it's a smaller portion of Beachbody, for the research I actually want a larger base to kind of pull information out of. So you can actually go to Facebook and just search whatever, like you could search pets, you could search dogs, you could search schnauzers, you could search running, you could search, so I've searched Beachbody. And the cool thing about this is I'll get posts and with that word in it. So I can kind of see what people are posting, what people are talking about, the different events that are going on. That's kind of a cool, cool design. And what content people are really engaging with in the community, to see if I can get an idea for what kind of design that I would like to come out with. So there's some cool stuff just looking at Beachbody here. One of the other things that we can also take a look at, other than just searching loose interest target on Facebook, is actually what I did was joined Beachbody specific groups on Facebook. So it's actually a pretty easy thing to do. If you go to your homepage, you'll find groups, and you can go to Discover and you can find different groups within fitness. I was able to find some different Beachbody groups, but this is an example of one. This is a specific group of coaches and participants within the Beachbody program. And then you can kind of see what the ground level looks like, how coaches speak to their people doing workouts and things like that. And this is even more targeted and more like, this is what the people on the ground actually doing the work within the program. This is their group, so the stuff that they talk about, you have a pretty good idea of that. And this is the type of people we're looking to market to, is the actual people involved in the program and very close to it, where it's their lifestyle and not just a fad or a hobby for them. So in here you can see the different things they post and talk about, and this is where it, you know, gets really useful, is when you start seeing them post things like this, like different quotes and things that motivate them. These are the types of things that pair really well with custom merchandise. So we could get this quote on a shirt and market to this group and probably have pretty good engagement with it because it's stuff that they're already sharing. You've got different images here. Again, more quotes, perfect material for shirts. And then videos. I would encourage, if you get in a group like this and there's videos, watch the videos and see if there's common sayings, or mannerisms, or different things that you can pick up on while you're watching these videos, to see if they'd make kind of good shirt ideas for you. So really useful. Any of the stuff that we're finding in this group, you know, whether it be direct quotes, images, or or content within the videos themselves that you're watching. So the other thing that you can also do is Google's a really powerful tool. As many of us know, I just plugged in Beachbody quotes here, and there's a bunch of them here. Don't have time to go through all of them, but one that I wanted to focus on was this one here. It's just you against you, push play. When I was actually involved in the program, this is one that I saw over and over and over again, in post, in practice, in the videos. Everywhere you looked, this was somewhere. So this was actually the first quote that I pulled for the design running into this niche, and I found really good success with this. But today, we're actually going to go a little bit different direction because I already have that up and running. While I was going through the groups and stuff, I actually saw a post by one of my old partners where she was actually wearing a t-shirt with a specific phrase on it. And if you find a gold mine like that, run with it. Because it's already in practice. Somebody's already wearing it, so you can see the proof of somebody actually purchasing the item, wearing it, and posting it on social media. If you find, like I said, if you find that gold, absolutely run with it, because that's already a proven design that you can market into your audience. So that's what I'm doing today, and I've actually already uploaded the design to my account. If we go to Manage Designs, you'll actually see it here. So the first thing I would suggest, if you're not making art, definitely search sunfrog.com, and we have some other videos showing how our search works for locating designs and how the rankings and things like that work. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to go search for a shirt rather than developing it, or even if you want to create your own design, we also have videos previously in this series that also go over t-shirt design. So definitely be sure to check those videos out if you're looking, if you're wondering how to find a shirt that you're looking for, or if you're looking to upload your own, because we have videos for both of those. But in this case, I've decided to make my own design, and this was the saying that I found, was one shot. It's basically the idea being, you have one shot at life, give it your all. It's kind of the idea. So I developed a couple different product types for this, and this is the design that I want to run into my audience. So that's kind of the how to be thinking about, once you've found an audience, how to push a design into that audience that will relate well with them. That's kind of how I go about that process. The one other thing I want to do in this video, that's all kind of part of this research in terms of the design phase of my 3-step marketing process, is how to actually create the ad creative. Now, when you post a link, SunFrog will put an image of the design up. So you can, that's perfectly fine. You can totally run with that. But if you want to make your own custom ad to kind of stand out a little bit, I use a place called Canva.com. And this place is really cool. It's a free service. You don't have to pay anything for it. And it allows you to create images such as this. So I was telling you about the just press play images that I had made, and it's really simple. So we'll create a new one real quick just to run you through it. But if you can click social media, and it has predefined templates for the different sizes you would need. So that social media, the Facebook, actually has the size of a Facebook post, which is where I run my ads, so it's perfect. It has the exact dimensions of the Facebook post, so when you put art in here, you'll know for certain that it's going to come out right. So just the basics of it, you upload your art here, and I've removed the background from my designs. There's actually a really simple tool to do this that I'll put in the comments below, the description below, but it's just this editphotorsforfree.com, and you basically just drop your image in here and you use this little tool and it'll pull the background image out. It takes probably a minute or so. But once you actually have the art with the background removed, you just plug it into, or you just drag and drop onto the actual screen here, and then you can change the different background elements. I really like running with this light blue, and then you can also add text and different things to this as well. Though with Facebook, you don't want to put too much text in your ads because they'll actually reduce the amount of people that you reach. So try to keep your ads image focused, and then make sure that you just put the text in the copy. That's all stuff we definitely will cover in the next video, as that will go over the actual ad creation. So that is my basic philosophy on how I research and find relevant designs to go into my audience, as well as how I actually create the ads that I serve to that audience once I have the design and the targeting and all of that in place. So now we have our audience, we have our design, and we have our ad template created. So now that we have those things, we'll be ready in the next video to finally run our first Facebook ad. A very exciting moment. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, we will see you in the next video.